This is Max Vincent with Tiger News, and I'm in the WMR News Studio where they do the sports desk in the morning from 8:30 to 8:35 to 9 a.m., and they also do live reads in here for the WMR radio broadcasts. For most Memphis fans that know, Penny Hardaway is the new Memphis basketball coach. Mike Miller is an assistant, so is Tony Madlock, and they were just in Dallas over the weekend recruiting. That's what the Memphis fan base has been wanting for the past few years, with Tubby Smith not getting the recruits that people wanted, and Josh Pastner kind of faded out with his recruiting process near the end of his term. But Penny's looking for a top 5 man and James Wiseman this upcoming season. The University of Memphis is starting to prepare for their last week of class with finals coming up soon. If you're a University of Memphis broadcast student and you're looking to get into broadcasting, you should come to WMR. They broadcast the Memphis Tiger football games and basketball games. You get to go experience real play-by-play and color commentary. And if you're also not into that, you can do and produce one of the games as well for WMR. If you want to listen to real sports talk, Sports 56 here at Flynn Broadcasting at 6080 Mount Moriah offers that. People can tune in on 87.7 FM and on 560 AM to listen to all the coverage of Memphis sports and sports from around the NFL, college football, and NBA. It's that time of the year again. Summer's almost approaching, and that means mosquitoes are going to be a big problem for people in the Mid-South. So if I were you, get this off-brand spray that'll protect you from the mosquitoes, and especially your kids, knowing that they'll be out a lot during the summer. It's that time of the year for college students, and especially Memphis students. Spring semester is just about to end, and it's finals week. Students are about to get really busy in the books and study real hard so they can pass these exams. Even people are about to graduate. Seniors graduate in May, and so now they know they have to push really hard to pass these exams.
I prepare, usually go into the library 1, maybe 2 hours. Then after I get done with the library, I go to my room and I'll study for an extra 30 minutes. If a subject I'm struggling in, I'll study for an hour on that in my room.
For finals, mostly just having a moment to myself where I can just be alone and look at all the things that I have to study for a class. Usually just a little bit of noise in the background, but not much. Just any moment that I can get to myself, I'll take it for finals week. I'm definitely one of those people that stresses out. Main thing is just going over, again, the notes, especially like from the previous weeks in class, like within 2 or 3 weeks, because that's when teachers will drop the biggest hints about.
This is Max Vincent with Tiger News. Students at the University of Memphis are getting ready for their last week of this semester. Finals are approaching, and so now students are about to be really stressed out, usually with too much work that they probably maybe do last second, or even just have to study way too much for one of their tests they hope they can pass the class with. But it's going to be a really tough week for most students, but a lot of them are getting ready and they know how to focus on what they need to do for these final exams. Radio or TV. Many students that are in college these days have that dream of becoming a really good broadcaster. It's not all just talking, looking in front of a camera. A lot of things come with that. It's not very easy as well. But some students will learn one day that maybe broadcasting is a big part of their future. And we learn from some of these other broadcasters in the Memphis area if Memphis really does offer good opportunities for broadcasters.
I think Memphis is kind of a mixture of great opportunities. It's good because it is a smaller market, but not too small of a market to where a lot of graduates out of school kind of have to go to smaller markets and kind of work their way up. Memphis is kind of a place where you get to start pretty much in the middle. It's a market where you can have a sustaining long career here.
This is Max Vincent with Tiger News. Broadcasting is a pretty tough job to come by, but for the city of Memphis, people embrace it. People like Drew Barrett here at Sports 56 love and welcome the opportunity of being a broadcaster. It's not a market definitely like LA, Chicago, New York, and Miami, but Memphis does have opportunities for broadcasters that are coming out of college. Malvin Massey at WMR also gives his opinion about broadcasting in Memphis.
There's not a lot of jobs involved. One of the advantages of Memphis is it is a small market. And so it's not as difficult to get into the business with small surrounding communities like Jackson, Mississippi, Jackson, Tennessee, for one. A lot of students come from here, and they go to Jackson to get their first job after they've left WUMR.
Some people tend to agree that Memphis does offer great opportunities for broadcasters. This is Max Vincent with Tiger News.